This morning, hundreds of Tiger fans cheered on the team outside Alex Box Stadium at their send-off to the College World Series, but without the help from one Rose Pine native, the chase for LSU's 8th national championship would have never been possible. 6 days before the signs, the hugs, the tears, LSU baseball was on the ropes, staring at another early exit in the NCAA tournament.
You know, it's those moments where he's talking about you got to be able to execute your plan.
We've kind of learned, this is our 3rd year here, that the game is never over.
But can you come up with the big hit to make a difference? And that's kind of what's eluded LSU.
They knew they were going to go into the game and win it.
That's when Ethan Frey delivered one of the most important hits of the season for the Tigers, a bases-clearing double to swing the momentum back to LSU.
The ball would have been there. That ball might have rolled all the way to Rose Pine, Louisiana.
The Tigers had survived regionals and Little Rock, but the postseason legend of Ethan Frey was only beginning.
His whole thing is, I want to be a contributor. I want to put on the LSU uniform, and I want to play for LSU and play for the, as he says, my brothers in that dugout.
We try to stay humble. We try to stay grounded, just because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring.
Tomorrow was never a guarantee for Ethan entering the 2025 season. Following the regional loss to North Carolina last June, Frey underwent surgery on his shoulder.
We didn't know the extent of it because whatever the reason, we just didn't know the extent of how bad it was. And when he came out of the surgery, Dr. Field pulled Ross and I aside in his office and said, hey, I don't even know how the kid picked up a bat.
When he got hurt last year, it was, it really tore him because he knew that he was coming out of the lineup. He's like, I'm coming back, and I'm coming back stronger and better.
Stronger and better was an understatement. Frey broke out in 2025 as one of the best players in the SEC, crushing 13 home runs on a .340 batting average, entering his 2nd career World Series.
Going my freshman year last year was rough, and then obviously having surgery, I couldn't be more happy. A lot of sweet and hard times paid off for me, and I love it.
He's a man. I mean, he's literally handled everything, success, failure, injury, role, about as good as you possibly can. And he has talent. And so when you have that kind of maturity with that kind of talent, I wouldn't even call it a breakthrough because I've always had a high opinion of him. Success was going to be there, and that's just how I feel about Ethan.
His mentality has changed. His baseball awareness has changed. He's so much more tied into the mental aspects.
Through the highs and the lows, family has always been there for Ethan, especially his older sister, Kaitlynn.
Kate is really close with Ethan. They're 9 years apart, but they are, I joke that they're thick as thieves. They're best friends. She is his #1 fan besides us, obviously. We're just a really close-knit family. Just being able to see him achieve his goals and dreams and be at LSU and be able to contribute this year is just like, that's her best friend. So seeing her best friend do so well, it was a little overwhelming.
What's not overwhelming for the Frey family is championships. 2 at Rose Pine, 1 so far at LSU, and now just a few more wins from another.
Having 2 nationals and 2 states, I'm blown away.
Do you know how hard it is to win back-to-back state championships, let alone a national championship? Like, that is like finding a needle in a haystack. He's like, we're going to do it.
That confidence and belief that led to rings in Rose Pine and titles with the Tigers hopes to come to fruition one last time. That's sports right back here after the break.